Hello there, you join me at my garage in Wick, Scotland. I'm just about to take a job from Wick to Oban, but before we head off, let's do as all professional drivers do and check our vehicle. Walk round complete. Let's hit the road.
Turn left.
Now you'll notice in my game that
Get
I'm running
ready to
Promods.
turn right.
I just find that Promods makes the game.
Turn right.
I mean, this Scottish scenery here in Wick and the rest of the Highlands is just breathtaking. And although it's not an exact copy of Wick, it's pretty realistic in terms of architecture. Saying that, I don't think you would find a Waberer's depot in Wick, but you never know. Little hazard coming up. Look at that beautiful scenery. Anyway, I'll catch you guys at the collection point. So we're approaching the pickup point. which, if memory serves me correctly, is some sort of aggregate quarry. Like I say, we'll be picking up tracks going from here down to Oban, which is quite a windy and dippy road.
Good driving.
Countryside driving all the way. Right, let's have a look. Take the job. So it is over behind the factory building there. But in most sites that you deliver to or collect from, they tend to have a one-way system, so we will go on that understanding that we're going around the one-way system. One of the interesting things here is the feedback through the wheel, using the Logitech 29 and getting feedback through the wheel going over this rough ground. It just adds to the realism. The sound of that V8 going up the hill. Just noticed I've been driving solo with the tag axle down, which is not correct. Quite a difficult hitch. Obviously there's the angle that I'm going to have to get under it, but if you'll notice that because it's on a hill, or because the gooseneck of the trailer's on the brow of the hill, makes it a bit difficult to get the fifth wheel under that. What would normally be the case would be you'd have to raise that back end right up so that the fifth wheel would meet the kingpin.
Time to get the job done.
And again, like any professional would, let's get out and check those lights and tyres. Hooked up nicely. Move it forward actually. All the marker lights are present and correct. Wheels and tyres are okay. Lights and beacons are okay. Wheels and tyres are okay. Marker lights are okay. Everything seems to be hooked up correctly. Let's get back in the cab and hit the road. Now, as you can see, it's pretty tight getting out here. The boulders on the left hand side and the concrete barrier on the left, on the right, sorry. Just watching those drop down mirrors on the door drop down and the front blind spot drop down. Make sure that we're not hitting the boulders. Might seem that I'm a mile away from this concrete divider, but that trailer will cut in and get pretty close to it as soon as we start turning around this boulder. And that's us home and free. Now that the wheels are in line with that, let's turn it around, get on track, get the hell out of here. Even the turn out the gate's pretty tight. off we go. Right, so the aim of the
Get
game...
ready to turn right.
Every time I talk, that guy talks over the top of me.
Turn right.
The aim of the game here is to make a realistic drive. Right, come on, I'm behind the line, mate. I'm behind the giveaway line, if you could just go. Right, the AI really pissed me off with this. Go! Right, okay. Well, thanks for making things difficult. Let's take it right out to the barrier. Yep, thanks for being a absolute jackass, mate. Anyway, the aim of the game, what I was going to say there was the aim of the game is to drive as realistically as possible, but that was pretty much unrealistic, the behaviour of the AI there, but that is part and parcel of the game, unfortunately. I'd rather have that than what they normally do when they come out at a roundabout and crash into you, even though they're supposed to give way. So really what happens here is that they give way when they're not supposed to, and they don't give way when they are supposed to. Ah well, as we say, part and parcel of the game. So that aside, try and do as much realistic driving as possible, and enjoy the drive. So this is the first real video that I've done. I did a bit of a promo video before this, but this is the first commentary drive. It's quite daunting, to be honest with you, putting a mic on and talking to yourself essentially. That one in triangle. There we go. It's quite daunting to put a microphone on and talk to yourself essentially. Try and think out what you want to say and how you want to put yourself across. So I may as well just be myself, be honest. Try and chat away about the game as much as possible, but obviously it might just naturally move on to other subjects, so I hope you don't mind. If you do have anything that you do want to hear me talking about, or anything you want to engage with me about, then obviously drop it down in the comments. One of the things that I'm trying to do as well is not to change my voice. You tend to find with a lot of YouTubers is that they put on a persona, a different voice, and I don't want to go down that road, but at the same time I am aware that this accent is pretty hard to understand. So again, if you have any comments regarding that, then give them to me in the comment section. Just let me know what I can do to be more clear.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
See, there we go. He's got priority coming from the right, and yet he's stopped for no reason.
Exit now.
One of my only criticisms of Promods is some of the roundabouts are awfully tight for roundabouts that are on main roads. Like, that is mini roundabout size, that. Interestingly, there's two bridges on this section of road. The first bridge, this one here, is a bridge that's in the real section of this road, and it's pretty well replicated in the game. Looks the same on the bridge and on the approach, or on the drive away from the bridge. In this case, the right hand bend going uphill is spot on for what it's like in real life. Then of course we've got the bridge coming into Inverness itself, which I believe is called the Dornoch Bridge. The bend going onto it isn't that tight, but again, it looks pretty realistic. The architecture of the bridge and the fact that the port in Inverness is off to the right hand side. The only thing missing is the football stadium down to the left on the waterfront. Apart from that, it's
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
apart from that, it's pretty spot on. Now for
Exit now.
shut the hell up, you. For a real job, I actually drive car transport or lorries, and deliver and collect in Inverness quite a lot. When you come along this road in real life, there's a roundabout, probably about here. When you turn left at that roundabout, it's car garages for about half a mile on each side of the road. And then at the end of that is a low bridge, which is not a friend of car transport or
At
drivers.
the roundabout, take the first exit.
When you're delivering to car dealerships up there and you're 16 foot high and there's
Exit
like
now.
a 12-foot bridge ahead of you, you get pretty tense,
Keep right, and then turn right.
hoping that you don't miss the car dealership that you are looking
Turn
for
right.
and end up meeting the bridge. It's quite a scenic garage. So this is the A82. This road has Loch Ness off to the left hand side. So eyes peeled for the Loch Ness monster. Pretty realistic,
Get
I
ready
must
to
say.
turn left. Turn left.
Well, I'm going to need to steal a bit of this opposing carriageway. It's not a road that you can get your speed up, especially in a large vehicle that has something like tracks on top of it.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
So I've actually got a bit of a story about this part of the road. I came up here in a truck years ago, in real life, and I accidentally turned left instead of turning right to head to Inverness. And to get myself back on track, I turned on the first available right, which looked fine from the road, big open right hand turn. But within half a mile, I ended up going up the steepest hill I've ever driven a truck up, and the road just kept getting narrower and narrower, and it became quite clear that I shouldn't have been in there in a truck. So I was lucky to get back out there. But at some points I remember thinking that I was about to have to admit defeat and call for help, which would have been mighty embarrassing. Especially in today's day and age, when everyone gets a phone out, takes photos, puts it all over social media, and instead of just treating you like a human being who's made a mistake, they all call you an idiot, and of course they make the judgment that it means that you're completely stupid and that you don't know how to do your job, even though it's just a tiny mistake, tiny blip in what's otherwise a successful career. And in fact, other lorry drivers tend to be quite bad for that as well. Instead of being supportive and understanding, they just take any opportunity to jump on the bandwagon and ridicule anyone who makes a mistake. Now, of course, one interesting fact here is the speed limit on single carriageway roads in Scotland is currently 40 miles an hour maximum
At the
for
roundabout, take the second exit.
HGVs, whereas in England and Wales that was raised to 50 miles an hour. Traffic Commissioner
Exit
here in
now.
Scotland refused to make that move and kept the single carriageway speed limit, the variable national speed limit for HGVs, at 40 miles an hour. So again, in real life it would be a 40 mile an hour speed limit on this road. However, I would be lying if I said that most lorry drivers stick to that 40 miles an hour. They tend to move along at the 50 miles an hour mark. Here we are at Fort William. Now, there is much more to Fort William in real life than just a tiny little street. In fact, it's quite the holiday destination. Again, about to cross a realistic bridge. Yeah, the architecture of this bridge is spot on. And again, when you come off the bridge in real life, it does loop round to the left onto a roundabout, gives you the option for going straight on for Glasgow or left to Oban. However, what I would
At
note
the
is
roundabout, take the first exit.
this left hand turn to
Exit
Oban
now.
has a low bridge, so if you're over the height of the low bridge you have to go towards Glasgow, take a big massive detour to come back up to Oban using a different road. But it doesn't look like the low bridge is in this game. Fast approaching Oban. Anyone that doesn't know about Oban, Oban's quite a touristy spot as well. Absolutely beautiful town. Some great fish and chips there. And one of the best places in Scotland to go for water sports.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, police behind me. Better be careful. Wonder how long those cops were behind me, watching me exceed that 40 mph speed limit. There we go, finally. What was that, about 40 minutes in game time?
Turn right.
We'll get out before that fellow comes. Look at that. Now I thought doing an overnight drive here we would have lost the ability to see the beautiful scenery, but it's stayed really light. It was really light for pretty much 2:30 in the morning.
Keep
We're
left,
arriving
and then turn left.
the beautiful Oban.
Turn left.
Yeah, they don't seem bothered about my speeding. To be fair, most cops on the road tend to leave the trucks alone.
Get
As
ready
long as
to
you're not
turn
doing
left.
anything outrageous.
Turn left. We're here. Now drop the load and go.
Okay, mate. Strange place to be putting a low loader with tracks onto a loading door. But if that's where they want them. Slightly off, but fixable. There we go. And as expected, excellent. I'll take that. Let's get out from underneath the trailer. Park up over here. Engine off. Lights off. And get heading over to the office to hand the paperwork in. So thanks for joining me in my first ever commentary drive. I hope it was up to scratch. If you get any comments, suggestions, then stick them down in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and let's see if we can make this a success. And I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.